She was a powerful CEO, feared in boardrooms, admired in magazines. But today, at a quiet playground, she was just a mother whose daughter had never spoken a word. And when a stranger approached, a man everyone ignored, the world shifted in a way no one could explain. Asterisk, the slide of the playground gleamed in the afternoon sun. But her daughter sat in silence, as she always did. The woman, a CEO known for commanding thousands of employees, felt powerless here. In the office, she could negotiate deals worth millions, silence critics with a single glance, and bend entire markets with her decisions. But with her little girl, who had never spoken a single word since birth, she was helpless. Power meant nothing against silence. Her daughter's eyes were wide and searching, filled with curiosity about the world, but her lips never moved. Doctors had told the mother it was unlikely to change. Therapy had failed. Years of trying had left her exhausted, though her love never wavered. She brought the child to the playground not for play, but for hope, a fragile hope that one day, someone might reach her. That day, the playground was alive with children's laughter. Mothers chatted on the benches, fathers leaned against fences, and the CEO sat quietly, holding the same pain she never showed at work. People looked at her, some with admiration, others with whispered envy. They saw her expensive coat, her polished shoes, her reputation, yet none of them saw the cracks in her soul. It was then that a man approached. He was tall, quiet, and his presence drew little notice at first. His clothes were worn, his hands rough, his shoes carrying the weight of long days unseen. A few parents glanced at him and turned away. Some children paused in their play, but quickly returned to their games. He was, to most, invisible, but to the little girl, he was not. He crouched near where she sat, never too close, never imposing. He simply placed a small carved wooden bird in the sand before her. Its edges were smooth, polished by hand. The girl stared, her fingers reaching out to touch it. The CEO stiffened, her instincts warning her to pull her daughter back, to guard her heart as fiercely as she guarded her company. Yet something in the man's gentle stillness held her in place. The girl turned the bird in her hands, tilting it toward the light. And then, without warning, without struggle, her lips parted. A soft word escaped. It was small, fragile, but it was sound. For the first time in her life, she had spoken. The playground froze. Conversations halted. Mothers and fathers stared in disbelief. The CEO's world spun as tears burned her eyes. For years she had prayed, begged, pleaded for this moment. And now it had come from the hands of a man no one valued, no one noticed. The little girl repeated the word again, stronger this time. The CEO fell to her knees beside her, holding her close, shaking with emotion. She spoke. The mother whispered to herself over and over, as though afraid the world would take it away. The man only smiled, standing in silence, ready to walk away. There was no pride in his eyes, no desire for recognition. He had given the child something no wealth, no authority, no medical expert could provide: connection. True strength is often silent, the mother thought, her tears soaking into her daughter's hair. And sometimes, the ones the world ignores carry the greatest gifts for the first time in her life. The CEO felt small in the best possible way. All her power, her victories, her empire, none of it mattered compared to this single word from her child's mouth. And as the man disappeared down the path, unnoticed by the crowd, she realized she had witnessed something extraordinary. She would never know his story, his struggles, or what drove him to reach her daughter's heart. But she would never forget him, because on that day, in the simple setting of a playground, the most powerful woman in the city learned a truth greater than any boardroom could teach. Dignity is not measured by wealth or power, but by the lives we quietly touch. And her daughter, once bound in silence, had found her voice, not through force, but through kindness. Sometimes the most extraordinary moments happen in the most ordinary places. A stranger, unseen by most, gave a gift that no amount of wealth could buy. It reminds us that respect, kindness, and quiet dignity can change lives in ways we never expect. Where are you watching from? Share your thoughts about this story in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that honor silent heroes and the unseen strength among us.